Welcome students. Today we will discuss the electron transport chain under the big topic of photosynthesis in higher plants. As we know, the photosynthesis is the synthesis of carbohydrates in the presence of sunlight and inorganic components due to the formation of an electrochemical proton gradient which generates due to a series of electron carriers. By using these electrochemicals, actually we prepare the ATP by the process of photophosphorylation. Now come to the point of photophosphorylation. In the phosphorylation is formation of ATP via ADP molecule. Photophosphorylation is formation of ATP by using the ADP molecules in the presence of sunlight. Here the photophosphorylation is of two types: non-cyclic photophosphorylation and cyclic photophosphorylation. First of all, it was studied by the Arnon et al. Here the non-cyclic photophosphorylation is also known as Z scheme. It was first proposed by the Hill and Bendel in 1960. Z scheme, it is known just because of its shape. Now we will discuss the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In this photophosphorylation, it involves two photosystems, photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. Now we start with chemiosmotic hypothesis. It was first proposed by P. Michel. Chemiosmotic hypothesis is basically defining how the generation of ATP occurs. Here we have formed the thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid membrane is this Grena membrane. Just outside the thylakoid membrane, stroma is there. Inside the thylakoid membrane, lumen part is there. Just the void place. Now come to the non-cyclic photophosphorylation of light reaction. We have studied that in the non-cyclic both the photosystems are there. In between the both photosystems, all electron carriers are arranged according to their redox potential. Now we have made both photosystems, photosystem 2 and both photosystem 1 in the thylakoid membrane. That means these two photosystems are just embedded into the thylakoid membrane. Now chemiosmotic hypothesis contains three main processes. Number one, the splitting of water in the presence of light, that is photolysis of water. Due to the photolysis of water, protons get accumulated into the lumen. Here also in the non-cyclic, we have seen that the photolysis of water occurs and the protons removed from the water molecule. These protons get accumulated into the lumen. It is the first point of chemiosmotic hypothesis. Number two, due to the proton pump, we have discussed that the PQ, that is one of the electron carrier in the electron transport chain, get converted into the PQS2 by taking two protons from the stroma region. Outside the thylakoid, everything is a stroma. That means from here, it is taking two protons and then gets converted into the PQS2 region. Now from the PQS2, it is also again converting into the PQ by removing two protons. Due to this quinone pump, protons are coming into the lumen from the stroma region. That means here also protons are accumulating into the lumen. Two steps are there. After that, we have written that in this process from PQ to cytochrome F2, B6F complex, via this process the electrons are running. The ATP, that is energy currency, is generated. How? Look, these two protons are just moving towards the stroma again to balance the proton things. Why? That due to the accumulation of proton into the lumen, proton gradient, that is we call that electrochemical proton gradient, develops. What is gradient? Gradient means difference. Like if the protons are here in the amount of 10, in the lumen also in the amount of 10, but if few protons are just coming from the stroma to the lumen, that means if 2 protons are coming, here the protons are 8 and here 12, but the difference between them would be 4, that is much greater. Only the 2 protons are moving, but the gradient develops, that is 4. That means due to this gradient generation of difference, due to this gradient, the tendency of being equalizer is just generated. These 2 protons are just going outside to the stroma. They just pass from the CF0 CF1 complex. It is the ATP synthase enzyme. It is having 2 main units, that is F0 and F1 unit. F0 unit is just embedded into the thylakoid membrane. F1 unit is towards the stroma. From the F0, it passes towards the stroma, and when it crosses the F1 subunit, it forms the ATP molecule via the phosphorylation process of ADP. Now the ATP molecule generates here. It generates due to the proton pump and this proton which are passing towards the stroma. That's why we write here in this process PQH22 cytochrome B6F. In this reaction we have written the formation of ATP. Now these 2 protons are just used to form the NADPH molecule from NADP plus with the use of NADP reductase enzyme. Now combined effect of these 3 steps, that means formation of photolysis of water, second accumulation of protons in the lumen due to the proton pump, quinone pump, third using of proton in the stroma, the difference of protons, that means we call them electrochemical proton gradient generates. Due to this formation of gradient, the formation of ATP occurs, and this is all about the chemiosmotic hypothesis.